All right, coming at you live from our headquarters in King of Prussia. I wanted to get on with you guys. We're trying to do a live every week, like I've told you before. And today I actually want to go over, we did a webinar yesterday where we had a ton of our clients on the line and we were talking about, how the results of American Lifestyle Magazine that we got from GFK, what are the results that we're seeing? And we went over a bunch of the statistics and how you can utilize that and leverage that. But we had a ton of questions at the end of the webinar and I wasn't able to get to every question. So I thought it would be cool to get on live today. Hopefully some of you who are watching the webinar yesterday are on with us right now, and I'm going to answer some of these questions for you and try to break down for you guys some, things that you can take action on off of these questions. There was a ton of questions that I saw throughout the webinar about this whole idea of partnering with a local business. So I know a lot of you are out there are, looking for ways where you can generate referrals by partnering with local businesses, that you can cut the cost of your magazine by maybe sharing the cost with a local business. And so I'm just going to pick up the magazine right here. But for all of you who don't know, with American Lifestyle Magazine, you're obviously sending this out to your core clients. But one of the greatest strategies that you can actually use is leverage American Lifestyle Magazine to partner with something local in your community. What I like to say is localize your magazine through customization. So we learned on the webinar yesterday that GFK, the research firm that did the stats and told us how recipients are responding to the magazine, they told us that 90% of the clients that receive this dine out regularly. They also told us that 43% of the clients that receive this plan on remodeling their home. So a suggestion that I gave on the webinar was seek out like a local mom and pop restaurant or a local remodeling company and approach them about advertising with you in the magazine. Now when it comes to the magazine, you guys know that you can customize obviously the front cover with your picture and your contact information. You can customize the front inside cover with the letter. There's 2 tear-out cards in the magazine. And then you have the back inside cover and the back cover. Now, traditionally, what our clients are doing and what we've seen and what you can use for the remodeling company is you can offer to them to customize the back cover of the magazine. Now, what I mentioned on the webinar, and I want to mention again, is that you have to keep in mind compliance. You have to keep in mind RESPA. So one of the things is that you can't have them pay more than what they're getting from an advertisement perspective. So if you notice, there's an advertisement spot here, here, and then there's 2 tear-out cards. So you basically have 4 in the magazine. So a lot of times we see people paying like 90 cents for the back ad is what we see, depending on how much they leverage on the back ad. And what you would want to do is you would want to approach that contractor, leverage the statistics that we learned that 43% of the clients actually are planning to remodel their home, leverage that, approach them and say, hey, look, the clients that are sending to are looking to remodel their home, and I'm looking for a great remodeling company that I can partner with, that we can share referrals with, that I can recommend you to them, and I would like that remodeling company to actually be a part of my advertisement. This is how I represent my brand and try to give a gift and connect to my clients, and I'd like to do that with you. This really is going to help you leverage those 2 things. One is it will cut the cost of your magazine, which is always great for a business owner. And then the other is you get to cross-pollinate because that local contracting company, they have a database of people. So they are trying to reach people in their community and you can leverage that and they can refer people to you. So approach a local remodeling company and share with them how it's basically a win-win. You're not in competition with each other and it's a natural synergy where your clients are looking to remodel their home, especially after they first bought it, and they're a local remodeling company and they'll probably know people who are remodeling their home because they want to improve it to move. So there's some natural synergy there. All right, so first question that I want to tackle today is we got from Tom. Tom asked me how many issues are sent out per year. So we're doing 6 issues per year. So it comes out every 2 months. And the reason why is we actually started out in our early years. We've been at this for 13 years. We started out in our early years doing it quarterly and we realized that wasn't enough. So we learned that the shelf life of the magazine, it's living for about 4 weeks. in the home, in the shelf life from a reading standpoint, people are reading it for 44 minutes. So they're literally engaging with your magazine for 44 minutes in a 4-week period. So we figured that going every 2 months would be that sweet spot to give you enough time to follow up, enough time to engage with them, but at the same time be cost effective for your business where you don't have to spend an outrageous amount of money. Tom also asked, can we get a sample to review back cover and tear out card options? So I had mentioned on the webinar that we have tons of different templates for you from a design standpoint. So we can definitely get that for you, but you can also see that in your account interface. So for all our clients watching this, make sure you log into your account interface because we have hundreds of tarot card options, hundreds of back cover options that you can look through and select. And when you get in your interface, and I don't know if you can swing it over here and actually see the interface here, but you'll have where you have this tarot card link and you have back inside cover, back cover. If you actually go there, it will show you all the options available to you. So you can go through and select, and we have DIYs, we have recipes, we have green tips. There's just a ton that are in there. So we can also send them to you through email. If you want to get on the phone with your marketing coach or send us an email, we can send you all the samples as well. All right, so next question that I want to tackle here is, this question was asked that how do you customize letters for specific clients? This comes from Matt. So you're on the inside cover of your magazine, you have the opportunity, guys, to customize the letter. And what I mentioned is a lot of people aren't utilizing this to localize their magazine. Remember my phrase, you want to localize your magazine through customization. Utilize your front inside letter where you are actually customizing the letter each issue to maybe talk about local events that are going on, maybe talk about something in your community. It could be a market update. Localize that inside letter or use it for a personalization to that specific client. So you literally can customize this specifically to me. So if you knew it was my birthday, you could actually send me a letter that said, hey Luke, happy birthday, hope you have another great year. That letter would come specifically to me, and all the other letters could be a generic letter, or you could customize them each individually. I actually think there was a question in here that asked, could they do, it was from Lori, could they do 35 separate introductions, intro letters? The answer is yes. You can literally customize the letter down to the individual client, or you can do one individualized and do a bunch generic. I don't want to scare anybody by the amount of time it would take you to do it, but I just want you to know you have that level of customization. All right, so one of the questions that I wanted to answer was from one of our clients that said they weren't getting results from it. I think it came from, Brad Billings. And he said, how can I generate more leads? I've been mailing 150 magazines for more than 2 years with no results. I don't have phone numbers to call, and most people are on the do not call list. So he's asking what else he can do. I wanted to tackle this question because this is what I'm all about, is I have to generate you results. You haven't signed up for this magazine just to give it away for free to all your clients with no return. You're hoping to build that relationship, which leads to a referral, leads to a repeat transaction. Brad, what I would encourage you to do if you're listening to this is that 150 people you're sending to, if you don't have the actual phone number where you can call, I would encourage you to go door knock on their door. Because the reality is you have to add this idea of proactive follow-up that I talked about yesterday on the webinar versus passive. Passive follow-up is you're sending it and you're hoping these people are going to reach out to you. You have to actually go get the referrals. We learned that literally 38% of your client base are referring. So you have to reach out and capture that 38% because there are a ton of referrals in there. In fact, you're almost 60 referrals out of that 150 you're sending to. And the reality is you need to now go door knock on their door because you do have their physical address because we're sending the magazine to them. Then what it will teach you right away is, one, do they recognize you? Do they remember you're sending you the magazine? Are they keeping it? It's your intro, it's your conversation piece of why you're stopping by to check in, see if they're getting the gift that you're sending them, and it will teach you whether or not you should take them off your list and rotate your list. What I encourage every realtor out there is that your list should be ever evolving. This is something where your clients are going to constantly be going to the A, to the B, to the C. It's an ever-evolving list, so you want to make sure that your marketing is hitting at the exact right time and is actually giving you ROI. So I would encourage you, Brad, go door knock on those 150 and see if you need to change your list up and see if you can capture the 38% of referrals that are in there according to the statistics. All right, so next question is, what is the customized ad, or is the customized ad included in the price? This comes from Felicia. So the customized ads, the template ads are all free for you. A customized ad that we actually do specifically for you would be $99, and we can update that for you for $29. So anybody who's in design agency work, anybody who's dealt with graphic artists before, knows that it costs hundreds of dollars to get great ads. We are trying to do it as cost effective as we possibly can for you. We have the greatest creative services team, amazing designers that will customize and take your ad. I shared an idea yesterday on the webinar about the recipes, and we learned that 78% of your clients that get this magazine actually favor the recipe. And I talked about how you want to leverage that, and what you can do is if you have a family, like a famous family recipe, like from your grandma or something like that, leverage that and have us create an ad for you of a recipe, of your family recipe. And it won't cost you very much, and it's also a great hit at the holidays that you can send to all your friends and family, letting them know of your family recipe. It's a great conversation piece to follow up on. So leverage our creative services department. The answer to that question is there is an extra cost. It's $99, and we can update and keep your ads fresh for $29. All right. So let me dive into another question. How can I send this webinar to someone I want to advertise in the magazine? So this comes from Dan. So if you want to send this webinar to show somebody the stats of what American Lifestyle Magazine is producing, what demographics, what does the audience look like, you can actually go onto our YouTube channel. It's live there now, so it would be ReminderMedia. So look us up on YouTube and you can find the webinar and send it to them. And all of our coaching, all of our webinars are on YouTube, so take advantage of that, guys. If you're not watching our coaching videos, please take advantage of it. We're trying to give all this content away for you for free so you can leverage it to help you grow your business and help you get more return on investment. All right, so I will do one more question for you. What portions of the magazine can be customized? Tear out cards as well as inside front covers. What else? Are there preferred layouts that we can send? This comes from Georgia. And so just to walk you through real quickly again, I kind of showed you at the beginning of this live, but you can customize the front cover with your photo and your contact information. You can customize the inside front cover with your letters, and obviously it can be customized down to individuals. You can customize it for your open houses. I didn't mention that, but you could have 15 of these sent to you for your open house or for your listing appointment. You could put a specific letter in there and you get your contact information. You get the tarot cards. Now these are customizable to where you can select our templates, or you can literally customize this to what you want. And a popular one would be like listing ads or partnering with another business. This is maybe where if you partnered with a mom and pop restaurant, you could actually do a coupon here where they actually offer a coupon on your tarot card. Just a stat for you, 84% of recipients are ripping this out. So I was blown away by that when we got the GFK research study back, but 84% of recipients are tearing out the tarot card. Then you get 2 tarot cards in the magazine, of course, but you get the back cover here that you can customize. So you own that, you can fully customize it. And then the back outside cover that you can customize. Now, this is the Platinum program. So if you're on the basic program, you'll want to upgrade to the Platinum so you get more customization options. The basic program, you can't customize the back inside cover or back outside. You'll be able to tell in your account interface if you're on the basic program because you won't have the option to customize the back inside or back outside cover, but you can upgrade really easily. Also with the Platinum program, just so all of you know, you also get access to our social shares. So all this content we're doing, trying to produce for you digitally to share on your social media, to give you kind of a library of content. You get a couple of these each issue that comes out that you can share, recipes, DIYs, different article stuff that you can share across your social media. So take advantage of that. And then we just released our digital edition, as most of you know. We released it about about a year ago and getting unbelievable feedback. We're getting higher open rates than industry standards, higher click-through rates. So super excited about what we're seeing. And one of the things I love the most about the digital edition is we took our recipes, which I shared that 78% favor the recipe the most as their favorite content that they're receiving. We took it and made it into 30-second to minute videos of actually us making the recipe, so it's really easy for you to share with your client base through email or share on social media. So hopefully I got to some more of your questions and answered them from the webinar. Please check it out. It's on YouTube. It won't take you a lot of time. We also are sending it out to everybody who attended yesterday. We're going to be sending it to you in an email. You probably already got it. And attached to that will be the follow-up script of how you follow up to your magazine. And so we'll give you some follow-up guide as well on an ebook. So you'll have a lot of great material to help you leverage the statistics that you learned yesterday on the webinar and take that, put it into action to capture those referrals. The thing that sticks with me the most from all this research that we just did on American Lifestyle Magazine is that 38% of the client base that you send to are giving referrals. So if you send to 15 people or 50 people, that's 19 referrals. If you have a 50% closing rate, guys, that's 9 referrals that are closing. And if I just take the average listing price in America right now, which is $200,000, and let's say you get a 3% commission, that's literally $6,000. And if you times that, you're making $57,000 from 50 people you're sending to on average. So the question you should be asking yourself if you're a client of mine right now is, are you getting those referrals? Do you feel you're getting that 38%? And if you're not, make sure you're practicing the art of proactive follow-up. Go back, watch that webinar, see what I teach you on picking up that phone, popping by, as Brian Buffini would say, and actually taking action to follow up behind the magazine to ask for the referral, because that is the key between our top producers and our people who aren't having the best success with the magazine. Is the top producers are working the marketing piece. They're constantly following up. They're constantly changing their list. They're putting ads in the magazine. They're working it and they're using it. Leverage us to help you with that, because time is the pain point. I know you're thinking right now, I barely have time to show my clients anything. You know, how am I going to get time to customize the magazine? Lean on us. Call your marketing coach. Just tell us your idea. We'll take it from an idea and turn it into something tangible that you can take action on. So guys, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're hustling out there. Check out the webinar. Leverage the stats. Take action on it. Practice proactive follow-up. Thanks for tuning in.